As technology industries knows, Avientek is one of the leading distributor of audiovisual products and solutions in the region, Middle East, Africa and India. We are keep increasing our market share in AV segment. We started a new department for unified communication to support our partners in UC domain. We partnered with Sangoma, which makes Avientek as a single point of contact for UC and AV. Partner with Sangoma, Canadian quality product with affordable price, helps Avientek to penetrate into the enterprise unified communication market. Sangoma helps the enterprise customers to support their solutions who are facing the challenges in terms of quality, support and price.
So Sangoma has been a well-established player in the unified communication segment for almost now 35 odd years. We have been in the Middle East for close to around 15 years now, and with major notable customers in the region. So Avientek has been a leading name in the distribution industry for the AV segment, and the external collaboration of AV is voice. So when we look at voice as a technology and as a requirement, it's an essential requirement which is mission critical, and I think Avientek understands that because of their experience in the AV side. So hence, when we connect with Avientek, we connect with all the vendors, partners whom they work with, in terms of providing all the support, all the systems and solutions from the beginning, and then extending it to the voice segment. So basically everybody who needs AV also needs a voice system. So we are just increasing our penetration in that market. Secondly, with Avientek's more number of offices which are there spread across the GCC region, they bring about a much bigger coverage to us in terms of putting feet on the ground and putting services and support facilities across the region with more number of people. So Avientek for us is a good choice to increase our product sales in this particular region. So Sangoma is a complete unified communication company. So we are possibly the only company which brings in all the elements of unified communication, whether it is software, hardware, connectivity solution, security solution, anything that you do with unified communication. And that is something which you cannot even get with most of the major market share and market players who are there. With our headquarters in Canada, we bring a very trusted, stable product which is running across more than hundreds of enterprises. We run two of the biggest open sources, Asterix and FreePBX, which have more than 30 million enterprises running on them. So together we have the capability of providing everything end to end, right from open source to value-based solutions which are the need of the market. And as today what is happening is more and more people are going on the work from home environment. Sangoma happens to be an element which becomes very essential because it is quick to deploy, is available in cloud as well as on-premise sort of versions, has low to high capability of phones and products. So it's completely unique in terms of catering to the entire segment of the market. So whether it is a 5-member company, or it's an enterprise running thousands of extension, whether they are on-premise or cloud, we bring about the complete solutions for the entire range of enterprises and industry for that matter. So the pandemic has taught us one thing, which we have seen in the past 2 years, is that now physical domains do not matter, offices do not matter, right? So you do not have to have real estate to work. Work keeps on going. And what actually made all of this happen is UC. Because when you are working from home, till the point of time you don't see face to face, you don't talk to each other, you are not using your personal mobile phone to call company work doesn't happen, right? So collaboration and UC is going to stay like this. More and more companies are now even giving the options to employees to work from home permanently, because the amount of money that they're saving on real estate more or less compensates towards the employee benefits that they're giving, right? So all of this leads to having UC as a central part, where you would want your employee to be available during their office hours without any stress. And that means you need to have them engage over a common platform where they can share files, they can share screens, they can talk to each other, they can see each other, they can collaborate, jam on the same screen. All of these things are things which Sangoma provides, and therefore what we feel is that UC in the future is going to be very prominent. Secondly, what also is needed is that looking at the pandemic, you have seen that Now you have to do most of the things remotely, right? So it's not like that you can go physically anywhere and do something. So what happens today if there's a lockdown? You should have the ability of installing a system, running it, managing it, maintaining it all remotely. And that is all again what we talk about in UC, so do everything remotely. So UC has a very major role to play, and probably you would see that many of the big industry names in the past like Panasonic, Huawei and other people are moving their complete lock, stock, barrel to UC, where Sangoma is anyways there and has been there for the last 35 years. Sangoma as a company has been sort of always innovating. We look at providing value added and value for services to our customers, and we always move with how the world moves. So we try to stay one step ahead. So obviously you would be seeing some new product launches. There would be new set of phones which are coming in, IP phones. These are much more reliable. They are video phones which are also being planned to be introduced. There is a cloud service which is going to be launched, which would be coming up sometime soon. There is an integrated platform which will be coming up, which will provide a complete, a different sort of aspirational look towards the unified communication segment. There are new set of PBXs and on-premise equipment which is coming up. So there are quite a few things which are being launched. And what we are looking at this joint partnership is that Avientek should be at the forefront to take these solutions to the market. So when they are doing the AV systems which are there, many of their customers would look at completely web-based collaboration systems, which is what Sangoma today stands for. So it's a very big sort of step in terms of doing collaborative marketing and taking joint solutions to the market, which sort of provides a complete end-to-end solution to any customer. The outlook for 2022 is one thing which I would say is it is going to be a lockdown and unlockdown. You never know what is happening in the whole world today. Every time you think that something is stabilizing, there is something else which destabilizes, right? So UC is going to be there, and it's only going to increase its penetration. I would see there's a lot of focus on putting everything on the cloud, okay, doing remote working, doing things like bring your own devices. The whole region is moving towards becoming SIP enabled or IP enabled. So gone are the days when you have to stretch a cable for a telephone line to every house. Now there's a single cable which brings an internet, TV, telephony to your own house or your office. That is going to stay. Now that is a trend which is going to create a lot of opportunities, because if you look at this whole region, there are millions of lines which are still on copper, and these lines are going to be converted to IP, and that provides a very good opportunity for us, because we have products like session border controllers and IP enabled systems which would go into these sort of opportunities. And this is one trend which you could look at. The second trend is the introduction of much more sort of advanced phones, the soft clients today, which for example you would actually land up in carrying your office on the phone through a client with which you can message, collaborate, do video calling, conferencing on your corporate network at one go. And that is also going to be a very important part of the trend which you see in this region, because up till now there were a lot of complications in running those clients, but then now for us also it's becoming much more easier with the advancement of technology to use these clients across the board. So probably UC is something which we are going to see as a very solid trend, and we look forward to innovating and developing more on that to provide more sort of cutting edge features on our products so that our customers are happy and they can work at ease without any tensions.